Welcome to The Explainer. I am so stoked you're joining us today, because we're about to explore a fascinating and, honestly, kind of hidden reality of the business world. Every single year, millions of people chase the American dream. They leave comfortable jobs, they launch side hustles, or they pour literally their entire life savings into an idea they truly believe is going to change their lives. But, as we're going to see today, there's a pretty massive trap waiting for them. We're unpacking exactly why most new businesses fail before they even get off the ground, and more importantly, how you can avoid it.
So what if the real reason most businesses fail actually isn't money? I mean, think about it. When we hear about a failed startup or a boarded-up storefront, we instantly assume they just ran out of cash, right? Or we think, well, maybe the founders just lost their passion, or they weren't smart enough, or the economy just took a bad turn. But the source material we're looking at today completely flips that myth on its head. It reveals that failure rarely comes down to a lack of passion or intelligence.
Okay, let's dive into this. 90%. That is just a massive number. To put that into perspective, 9 out of 10 founders make one completely logical but absolutely fatal mistake before they ever gain any real momentum. It's a decision almost every single founder makes without even realizing they're making it.
Section 1. The one fatal mistake. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it captures an incredibly dangerous illusion of progress for ambitious creators and side hustlers. Look, when you're busy, when you're being super productive, when you're spending money, it totally feels like you're building a business. But this illusion usually stems from the exact wrong mindset. Falling in love with your product rather than falling in love with your customer's problem. Most first-time business owners start with an idea they personally love, instead of focusing on a real customer pain point. Now, at first glance, building something you love and solving a customer's problem might sound like the exact same thing, but they are worlds apart. Real businesses aren't built on excitement, they're built on customers. To really nail this down, let's look at a specific example from the text, the over-engineered coffee mug. Just imagine someone spends 2 solid years designing the absolute perfect coffee mug. They use premium materials, it has this gorgeous design, a built-in temperature control system, and maybe it even has built-in Wi-Fi for some reason. The inventor is absolutely convinced it's a game changer. But here's the critical question. Are enough people actually looking for that solution? If customers just want an affordable mug that keeps their coffee warm for 30 minutes, all of those extra expensive features are literally just distractions. The business in this scenario wouldn't fail because the product was bad. It would fail because the market never actually asked for it. Section 2. Selling outcomes, not products.
And that brings us to our next major shift in thinking. Successful entrepreneurs don't ask, how can I build the perfect product? Instead, they're asking, what problem keeps people awake at night? When you shift your focus to the customer's pain, your business becomes a true solution, rather than just another random product desperately fighting for attention. Because here is a hard, undeniable truth. Consumers don't buy drills.
They buy a hole in the wall. Seriously, nobody buys a drill because they just have a deep personal love for drills. They buy it for the outcome. The source text gives us a few more brilliant examples of this. Nobody buys accounting software because staring at spreadsheets is super exciting. They buy peace of mind. Nobody hires a landscaper because mowing lawns is highly entertaining. They hire someone because they want a beautiful yard without spending their entire weekend sweating in the sun. Every single purchase solves a problem. And the bigger the problem, the more valuable the solution becomes.
So how do we actually find these problems? Well, these 4 questions are your absolute blueprint. Successful founders spend way more time listening than they do selling. Before you launch, before you drain your savings account, ask yourself, what frustrates customers? What do they desperately wish existed? What are they already paying for? And what do they constantly complain about online? The answers to these questions aren't just interesting, they often reveal opportunities worth millions. You can't just assume you know what people want. Honestly, that is an incredibly expensive assumption to make.
Section 3. The trap of perfectionism. But hey, even if you find the perfect problem, there is another massive hurdle waiting for you. The trap of perfectionism, combined with that incredibly dangerous urge to try and sell your solution to absolutely everybody. It sounds kind of counterintuitive, right? Like, wouldn't selling to everyone mean making way more money? Actually, no. A message claiming your product is perfect for everyone usually connects with absolutely nobody. On the flip side, a hyper-specific promise, like helping busy parents prep dinners in 15 minutes, instantly builds trust. The right audience feels completely understood. So many thriving companies actually started out by becoming absolute experts in one very specific niche, serving a surprisingly small audience rather than just being average across 10 different markets.
And this brilliantly illustrates the other side of the perfectionism trap, falling into the endless delay cycle. You know how it goes. You spend weeks endlessly tweaking the website, then months adjusting the logo, obsessing over the packaging, and adding just 3 more features to the product. Before you know it, literally years have passed. And what is happening during all those years? Your competitors are already out there winning. They're collecting real customer feedback and improving in real time, while you're still sitting around guessing in a conference room.
I absolutely love this quote from the text, and it's exactly what you need to remember. Customers don't expect perfection, they expect value. Launching earlier is essentially a superpower because it lets your business learn so much faster. Real customers will tell you exactly what's working, what definitely isn't, and what they'd gladly pay more for. You just cannot learn those lessons in isolation. The market is always the final judge.
Section 4. Focusing on customer value.
Let's move to and see how this builds a fundamental mindset shift that genuinely separates the amateurs from the pros. It's really about changing the core question that drives your entire operation. Instead of asking, how can I make money, successful entrepreneurs ask, how can I create so much value that people happily pay for it? It's a literal chain reaction. Value creates trust. Trust creates loyal customers. Loyal customers create referrals. And those referrals, they create sustainable growth. The businesses that actually last aren't always the ones throwing around the biggest advertising budgets. They're the ones that customers genuinely enthusiastically recommend to their friends and family. And you know, that kind of reputation simply cannot be bought. It has to be earned through this exact step-by-step process.
Section 5. Building lasting success.
So, how do we pull the whole shebang together? Well, it's about recognizing that building a successful business is much less about chasing the latest shiny trends and far more about consistently solving real problems better than anyone else. Markets will change, sure, and technology will definitely evolve, but human needs, they remain remarkably consistent. People will always pay for solutions that save them time, reduce their stress, increase their income, improve their health, or simply make their daily life a little easier. These core needs never disappear. The businesses that stand the test of time are built by founders who listen carefully, adapt quickly, and target these exact, timeless human needs without ever losing sight of the actual people they're serving.
I want to leave you with this final, truly provocative question. Before you invest thousands of dollars or hundreds of hours into your next big business idea, just take a breath, pause, and ask yourself, what problem am I solving, and who cares enough to pay for it? If you can answer that clearly, you are already miles ahead of the 90% of entrepreneurs who never even take the time to ask. Having a great idea just isn't enough. Deeply understanding the customer is the whole ballgame. If you found this explainer valuable and want more practical strategies to help you navigate the business world, make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. Your next big breakthrough could literally start with our very next explainer. Thanks so much for joining me.